Hello, my name is Mateo Echeverri, and in this video I'm going to talk about the McKinsey's model, and specifically the issue trees. So the McKinsey model is called team focus. This model has two, as you can see, it has two different components and very important components. The first one is the interpersonal component, which is composed by four elements. The T for talk, you need to establish clear channels of communication. The E for evaluate, you need to define clear team expectations, norms, tools, and evaluation among others. The A for assist, you have to give appropriate support to each group member and each team so that they can complete their tasks in time and as good as possible. And you need to motivate, as you have to motivate your employees or your coworkers in any other job. Then we have the analytical component. The analytical component starts with the F, which is the most important element of the whole model, which is frame or identify the problem. Next, we have the O for organize, when we organize the team and the strategy towards the most efficient way of working. Afterwards, we have the C for collect, how the team is going to collect and differentiate relevant data from irrelevant data. Afterwards, we have the U for understand, which is also known inside McKinsey as the so what. You have to evaluate and analyze the data in order to get the right insights from it. And finally, but not least, we have synthesize. You have to compile everything into a great story. As I just said, for the McKinsey's model, identifying and framing the problem is the most important part of all the process we have to do. So, in order to explain and to dig a little bit more about this specific element, I want to show you how the issue trees work, or the MISI issue trees. What does that MISI means? Well, it's simply a way of organizing any list such that it has no gaps nor overlaps between the elements of the list. And there are two different types of issue trees in the McKinsey model. The decision trees, which are when the company or the manager does not know and has not identified the problem or what they want to solve, so you need to start working from a hypothesis. Whereas the information tree is where there is a specific and a very defined problem, and you can start from this issue in order to get going and to addressing it. Now, let's see how we can apply this model in the real life example. In 2016, we got a call from an e-commerce company, the biggest e-commerce company in Colombia, and because they were seeing that they identified that their sales dropped from month to month constantly through the whole 2016. So they had already identified the problem, and we decided to use the value tree model. So we decided to draw the value tree based on the marketing channels that as they already had identified that there was a problem with one specific channel, the email and push notifications. So we draw our issue tree, and we divided our issue tree in each channel and each sub-channel, and after each sub-channel, each KPI and variable that has an incidence on the performance of each channel. So when we had displayed all the information on all the every single variable that has an effect on the sales from the marketing side, we started looking at which of them were having a bad performance the last 6 to 12 months, and we identified that 4 of them were having a very poor performance, and they were having problems, and they were having not the same results as they had used to have. Based on this, we just had to dig really into what was happening on each of these variables that we identified that were having a poor or a regular performance in the last months, and we were able to see that there were specific problems with specific settings and specific processes, and we gave recommendation based on what we found in this specific area. So this is how the issue tree model helped us identify from the biggest and most general problem, which was less sales, to the most specific and the most tiny little detail on which KPIs or which variables were affecting the sales for this company. Thanks for watching this video.